Welcome to Pacer Nursing Power Hour, your go-to spot for real talk and real tips in the world of nursing.
So plug in, scrub up, and let's go. This is Pacer Nursing Power Hour, where students get powered up.
I love Hannah said it too.
You did?
She did!
I love that.
You know
You are a true
been watching
believer
it.
and
I do.
follower.
Every Wednesday morning, I wake up before Gero class, and I'm like, "Oh, it's
I
on now."
love
it.
you.
Oh my gosh, my heart just grew.
I know.
I'm
I'm so
happy.
proud. Are you going to come to the live event?
Yes, I am.
Ah.
I need one more ACE event, so I've been
Whoop,
saving
whoop.
it for this
Up
one.
top. Love
man.
that. I am so
That
excited
is
about that.
fantastic. Well, you are now in level 6,
Mhm.
correct? We are interviewing Hannah McDowell, and you are currently level 6, but you're here to give us all the tips, tricks, pointers, secrets to level 5.
Please.
Because you
Please.
excelled.
Thanks.
You did so well in level 5, and we had to bring you back to really get the inside
Yeah,
scoop.
Lots of fellow faculty were very strongly adamant about it.
That's so sweet.
And then when I posted it on Instagram, everybody wanted to hear from you. No pressure.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
I know. Your name just kept popping up, and I was like,
at the
well, we have to.
beginning?
No, when I posted it on Instagram and just had the little thing in our stories like, who should we interview for level 5?
That's right.
Everybody was like,
Yeah, your
Hannah,
name did come
Hannah,
up.
Hannah,
That's so
Hannah.
awesome. Thanks,
I
guys.
love it. So for our listeners out there, if you've ever cried over a med-surg care plan, this one is for you. ... Okay, Hannah, can you sum up to kick things off level 5 in one word?
I've been thinking about this one. I guess it would just be like a whirlwind.
Ooh, that's a
Go.
good word.
Okay, but in kind of what way then?
It just, so, I said they prepare you so well in level 4. They give you Professor Fowley, and they're very coddling, and you've got a 6-hour clinical, and everything's, it's hard, it's nursing school, but it's still very, you're getting there. And then you get into level 5, and it's like you finally figured out how to manage your time, but now you have no time to manage.
That is a great way to put it, though.
And now you've got 2 12-hour clinicals, you've got 3 gauntlet classes, like women's health, farm,
That's a good word.
and med-surg. And you're just like, and it's just going. Like, there's no stopping. At the minute you walk out of one test, it's like, all right, let's start typing up my Quizlet for the next test. It's just going. So, yeah, it was whirlwind.
So, but back in when you took level 5, had we flipped the...
No, this is our first semester in the flip.
Okay, so just a little background. Normally, all classes in our school were either Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, and then clinicals happened Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So in an attempt for us to, kind of get with the flow and not have to, to ensure that we have facility sites for all of our students, we have flipped 5. Level 5 is our kind of our guinea
pigs.
Yeah. So you guys are having clinical at the beginning of the week sometimes, and then your lecture days are Wednesday, Thursday. Okay.
And then you can have clinical Friday, Saturday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that's this group. She didn't have to do that.
You didn't have to do
but
that.
But that's the new arrangement as of now.
Okay.
Yeah, I was class Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I had women's health clinicals on Friday, and then med-surg on Saturday.
So tell us about just an average week for you.
I don't even remember what days my classes were.
So farm was Monday.
But let's talk about the classes.
That's what I wanted to do.
Okay, good. Never mind.
So farm's on Monday.
Okay.
Tell us kind of an overview and the vibe of that class.
Dr. Nobles, I hate that she's on maternity leave now because, people won't get to experience all of her, but I'm so happy for her. But,
congrats.
she's like a good start to the week. She's very calm, and, she's a genius. So you walk into class and she's just like, she's not even looking at the slides. She's not looking at any notes. It's just like spewing out of her brain. And you're just kind of sitting there like,
how does she do that?
How does that happen?
I know. I want to go sit in her class. I hear this over and over and over and over again.
So impressive.
Maybe
even like page numbers, apparently. She's just got it up here in her little noggin.
Oh, okay. she's just a mastermind, and I think
She
she's
is.
the youngest faculty on staff.
Maybe. Probably.
And she is
She's
brilliant beyond her years.
Man, I'm going to hate when we get to talking about Wednesday and women's health.
No, women's health
Stop
is so
it.
fun.
Okay, so that's awesome. Dr. Nobles is awesome.
Yeah. So she was a good, she was a good
But
start
the
to the week.
material is a lot.
Oh,
So it's farm or it's farm.
Farm is on
yeah.
Monday. So tell us about MedSurge.
MedSurge, love Dr. Edwards. That's my girl now.
I love it.
Love her.
Now?
No, she was then too. She's just my girl in general. But love Dr. Edwards. She was awesome. MedSurge, like I said, is also a gauntlet. So I think there was only 1 week. They do a really good job of planning out the exams, at least how my schedule was. There was only 1 week where there was a farm and a MedSurge exam, and I thought I might have lost my mind that week. But other than that, it was usually like 2 weeks apart, so it was okay. But the class, they're 3 hours, but they're really good about breaks and stuff because you can't sit there for 3 hours straight and listen to that.
Unless you have me for some reason and lecture, and I get so excited and talking, and I forget.
It's all right.
It's okay.
I'm like, oh my God, I need a break.
Yeah.
And then wait, you had women's
Yes,
health.
I did. That
You
was
can
a
be
super fun
honest.
class. No, it was fun.
I'm
It's
not
definitely
a women's health
it's not my
person, so it's
jam.
So I'm so glad to hear your opinion then.
Yeah, definitely not my jam, but it was really interesting to learn. Especially the lecture we did with reproductive, and Sunny was there. I thought that was so fun.
Wait, what?
Sunny
What?
came to the birth control lecture. She didn't have school that day, and she's been begging me ever since I started here to come to a college class. And so she did. And I mean, she's my daughter, so she's heard this stuff before.
She
but
uses the V word, I'm sure.
Yeah, she was 2 when I taught her all the body parts.
Tell her what my least favorite word is.
I've heard what the word is. I've heard.
But
you watched all the episodes.
Yes.
But it is different. It's different than the other 2.
Yeah, it was a lot. I guess the word I was just like lighter. Like, obviously we're talking about very serious stuff and very in-depth stuff, but it was, you're a very bubbly person, and we're just, it's just lighter. It's still a gauntlet class, and we're still like fighting for our life, but
So gauntlet, not walking the plank. Gauntlet. Okay, I'm dumb. I'm not Dr. Noble's gauntlet. Tell me what you mean by gauntlet.
Oh dear.
So gauntlet is like where they would brawl, and like everyone would stand up in like the upper rings, like a stadium almost, and the gauntlet is where they're fighting.
I thought the gauntlet was what you drank.
That is a goblet.
No, it's just like something super, super, super difficult.
Yeah, intense.
I am responsible for shaping mine.
All good, all good.
Awesome.
Sorry.
And then you said you had clinical. Did you have 12-hour clinicals? 12-hour clinicals on Friday and Saturday.
I didn't know they started.
Well, it was like 10.
Well, I thought Dr. Edwards did 10.
Yeah, it's not actually like 7 to 7. It's usually like 7 to 5.
But it feels like 12.
Yeah. So
Plus you had pre-planning.
My women's health clinical was on Friday, and I was at Piedmont, which was awesome because they've got like postpartum, L&D, the nursery, NICU, all that. I actually really enjoyed clinicals for women's health. I saw a lot of crazy stuff.
Who did?
Who was your clinical instructor?
Lindsay Hicks.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
she's
super fun.
Yeah, super
she
fun.
made it super fun. I saw a lot of stuff. I definitely like the NICU. I'm a critical care person, so I was like, okay, this is where it's the closest thing to like.
You're gonna love peds.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I've honestly been thinking about peds, but I don't know if I can do it.
Oh, you will.
Wait, just wait. You got.
I'm too emotional.
Yeah. Now I will say I cried coming home from peds every single day.
You were crying for totally different reasons.
No, I don't. Sick babies make me sad.
Okay. It's not that.
It is kind of sad.
It is not sad.
We'll touch base.
Those kids are
the
happiest kids.
I know.
I mean, they're sick, but they're so happy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, that
it seems fun. Like hanging out with kids all day is fun, in my opinion.
You played hopscotch.
I'm the oldest daughter, so I'm used to hanging out with kids all day.
Yeah.
Of how many?
2. I have a younger brother and a younger sister.
How much?
How much older?
Me and my brother are 4 years apart, and then me and my sister are 8 years apart.
Oh wow!
And then I also have step siblings now, but that was newer.
So you're
and
like
they're younger too.
Stella.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Dang.
Love it. Love it.
Too many kids for me. Okay, so going back to your OB. clinical or maternal health. Am I calling it wrong?
It's okay.
No.
Yeah, I don't know, I thought it was really good. I think a lot of people talk about now, like, they're having a hard time experiencing things. I saw
A
all different types
ton.
of births. I saw emergent births. I don't even wanna talk about what I saw one time.
Yeah.
I was in
Wait,
there
no,
I was in the thick of it, like, holding her leg back.
Yeah.
She didn't even know it was coming. Meconium hit the walls. I was like,
Oh, wow.
"Oh, mercy."
What happens?
how did
Yeah.
that happen?
Just does.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then I saw, she had already had, like, 6 kids. So, I mean, she was just like,
They
"All right,
just
come on in, doctor." Like,
Yeah, it just
"It's
kind of
here." Yeah.
bloop.
the
Yeah.
kids just slide out at that point.
Yeah, I saw C-sections, cerclage removal, ovarian
Wow.
cyst removals.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang, girl, you
That's
got a good
Yeah.
one. You should be removing chest tubes.
I don't know how they did.
I
That's
don't think
awesome.
Okay, so you had classes on Monday and Tuesday
And Wednesday.
and Wednesday, and then your clinical days were
Friday
and Saturday.
Friday
So
and
She
Saturday.
just told
And
us.
so, did you do pre-planning for? You had med surg on
Mhm.
Friday. Did you do pre-planning for that?
No, I had med surg on Saturday. We did do pre-planning. We stopped, like, halfway through so that way it could
Mhm.
be a little bit more realistic.
How did you? And how many hours were you there for OB though?
10.
So how did you handle? Because you had med surg the next day. So
Mhm.
how do you handle having? So you did pre-planning for OB
No, we didn't because you
because you
never know what's
can't
gonna
because the
happen. Yeah.
population it's
Yeah.
like peds.
Yeah.
So how did you manage pre-planning after a 10-hour shift?
So, it's thankfully my med surg clinical was also at Piedmont.
That's good.
So what my instructor did was she was like, "Okay, I'll add, like, a little bit of extra time to your lunch, or if you're on L&D and there is no one there, everyone's at, like, 1 centimeter, then go down to the floor, get what you need, and then that way you're not staying here until
Yeah.
9 o'clock."
I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
Lindsay's very realistic. She's
Yeah.
a
I like
very
that.
realistic nurse.
Yeah, so that really, really helped. And then, when you get home, then type up your meds and all that information.
How
But
long does it take you to pre-plan? How long did it take you to pre-plan?
at the time, like, I had never used Epic before, so I was so lost.
Gotcha.
But I
At
mean,
home. At home.
oh, at home, really just to do, like, the meds. And I don't do my care plans until I see my patient, because I don't know.
Which I mean, why? How
Yeah.
can you?
I don't even think about, like, even just, like, going from the chart and, seeing what their problems are or whatever. I don't even think about it until I get there because I'm like, I don't know what is gonna happen the day of. I don't know what their labs are gonna look like, anything like that. So I really just do meds and patho, which takes, like, an hour.
Is that pretty across the board what you heard others doing to prepare for med surge?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool.
There are some people that like to just really get, like, maybe just the topics of their care plans and not worry about, like, interventions and stuff, just so you have something in mind. But I'm like, I don't know
Okay,
what's
but
gonna happen.
let me ask you this just from a broader perspective.
Mhm.
So you're getting a med surg patient, COPD, right?
Mhm.
Do you go home and think about, okay, so this is a respiratory issue.
Mhm.
What all should I be concerned about as far as problems?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I like to have, like, I'll bring my notebook and, write down, like, what I'm thinking maybe for care
Oh,
plan
good.
wise.
So you're starting to
Yeah.
Yeah.
conceptualize.
But I'm not actually, like, writing or typing anything on my actual paper.
I
And then
love
I'll, like,
that.
go to my
Until
instructor
you're
and be like,
for sure,
"Hey,
for
does
sure.
this sound good?
Am I
Like,
going in
this
the
is
right
number 1,
direction?"
this is number 2, 3, 4."
I love that.
I
And
think
so,
that's a great method.
Yeah.
do you feel like Dr. Edwards felt like you were really, really, or did you have her?
I did.
Okay, so did she feel like you were really prepared?
I don't know. I mean, we were all pretty prepared. Like, my whole group was really good about pre-planning because we were there. So, like, near the end of clinicals, we didn't have as many, like, birthing moms anymore, so we kind of could get a lot of stuff going. But yeah, I thought she felt I was pretty prepared.
That's
I
good.
love that.
That's
I
great
love that.
advice.
All right, so when you were in level 4, think back. What did you hear about level 5 that you were like either, oh, I'm excited, or oh my gosh, what is about to happen?
I think I was excited to do, like, the medication aspect of it because, on level 4, you don't get to give meds. You're just kind of, like, there.
Yeah.
And, you're doing, like, the bed, baths, linen changes, and you're still doing that in level 5, 6, no, even in nursing. But, there's a little bit more freedom, there's a little bit more responsibility. And, you're focusing on meds because we were still doing meds on our care plans in level 4, but it's like, okay, this is whatever.
I'm not gonna
And
do
And
this,
now
but I
and
know
then
it.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
now I'm
yeah.
like actually administering them. And Dr. Edwards, before we'd get there in the morning, and she'd be like, "All right, what's your med list?" And I was like, "This is." She was like, "Okay, what's that for? What's that for?" I was like, "It's 7 in the morning." But yeah, so I think I was ready for that. And then, of course, everyone was like, "Oh, it's hard. Like med surg is crazy. It's nothing like, fundamentals or health assessment. Like you're using that stuff, but it's crazy. Like you're getting into the disorders." And they were like, "Remember patho. Don't ever forget patho."
I
Yes.
love
Yeah.
that advice, though. I
Okay.
say all the time,
Yeah.
you can't forget level 4.
Mhm.
Sometimes I pull in questions on tests and stuff just to reiterate how
Yeah.
important that
Guess
I
is.
even
what?
did
When you're in peds, it's the
Yeah.
same stuff.
Yeah, I
I
even
always
did,
say I hate the question. I don't mean to interrupt
Oh,
you,
you're fine.
but I have so many students that go, "Is this cumulative, like a cumulative test?"
Mhm.
And I'm like, my go-to answer is all of nursing school is
Yeah.
cumulative.
Mhm.
You cannot take one course and forget about it. You
Mhm.
just can't.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm glad
Yeah,
to hear you say that.
absolutely.
Yeah, I even did, I was doing an observation day and pre-op the other day, and I got to do incentive spirometer, education, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm going back to level 4, like, this is
Yeah!
real."
All right, do you suck or blow?
Oh god, suck.
Thank you.
Okay. I was like, "Wait,
Oh, no.
not ready to be quizzed."
Pop quiz.
What's the normal?
Oh, God.
Come
No,
on.
we can't go that
I
far.
can hit her with a pillow if you
Well,
want me
it
to.
depends on their weight.
Yes, and their lung volume. Yeah.
Yes,
So,
yes.
but
Okay.
Trick question.
But
Go.
what about 1,500? You think?
Oh, my
Sure.
gosh.
Sure, we'll say that.
I'm
This
sorry.
is not a test.
I love to do stuff.
So do
like
you
that.
think it lived up to the hype?
I do think it lived up to the hype. Definitely the stress hype, but also,
Yeah.
clinicals were a little bit more fun because there was, you definitely felt like you had a little bit more freedom,
Mhm.
and, it was fun to give meds. It was exciting to learn new things, and it just being on different floors in general, and especially if being there 10 hours compared to like 5 to 6 hours is so much different because you're seeing like all the meal times, you're seeing the doctors have
Mhm.
done their rounds, you're seeing they might be going to CT, all types of stuff. So you're getting to see so much more stuff.
I love that. That's great
Absolutely.
perspective. So tell us, where did you spend the majority of your time in a week? What course sucked up the most of your time?
Probably, it's a battle between farm and med surg, but
Okay.
it was nice because Dr. Nobles and Dr. Edwards did good at like lining up our
I've heard
whatever
that.
medications we were learning about. That was the same system we were learning about in med
That's
surg.
cool.
Love that.
So I could be like studying for med surg and then be like, oh, here's this disorder and these are the medications. And then
All
I'm kind of
starts
studying
looking.
for both. So they kind of fight with each
So,
other.
like,
What was the hardest time management juggle that you had? What was the hardest part about level 5 with your time management?
I just think in general, just the whole time management aspect of it, because we would have farm class and say we had med surg exam the next day, we would stay until like 7 o'clock and study for med surg.
here,
And then wake up and, take the exam. And then next week we've got a women's health exam or we've got a farm exam, but we've also got clinicals on top of that. And it's so you just have to find, and like also finding time to take care of yourself and like clean your house and
Beautiful.
eat and grocery shop. So I'm a big fan of planners. I love to plan out my life.
I
I
love it.
love
you should
little
see my new
notes. I love
system.
oh,
I
I'd
have a
love
new
to.
system. So, I have everything electronically, but now I've created this folder and I have like 8,000, like these long sticky note lists.
Mhm.
And I have courses I'm teaching, things to do there, courses I'm taking, things I've got to do there,
Wow.
committees I'm serving on. I sit on, I had things to do there, social things to do there. And then like,
Yeah.
it is a massive,
There's a little map of your week.
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
It
That's
is.
awesome.
But I have it also plugged into my electronic calendar. So
You
when I
don't forget.
see this reminder, you have homework due tonight, I'm like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so definitely planning, and I didn't get too meticulous with it. I would just really like write down what was happening. Um and then, if we didn't have an exam coming up that week, then I would do like I'd get all my grocery shopping done.
Yeah.
I'd make sure to get all that done.
do you
But
meal
yeah.
prep?
Um Sometimes.
Do you
sometimes
you
not.
don't live at home, I'm guessing?
No, I do.
You live at home, okay.
Well, long story. I live, like, with my grandparents, but not really. They don't actually live there. I just live in the house full time. I call them, like, their own personal maid, and they just, like, come visit sometimes.
Gotcha.
So
Wait,
That's
okay, well,
nice.
then
That's a
where
nice
do
little
they
setup.
live?
they live in Georgia. So but they come down here all the time.
Wait, Georgia
Or
is.
come up here. Sorry.
I was about to say.
Sorry.
I didn't know
They come to Aiken all the time.
But where in Georgia?
Macon.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So they have a
No.
home here.
Mm-hmm.
Do they winter here?
No, they
Because-
just kind of like weekends.
Pop in, pop out.
You know, they just weekends, and so I just like stay there, pay all the bills, keep it clean.
That's a good setup.
Yeah.
So how do you feel like level 5 was a transition period for you, juggling that time management and kind of learning those skills of time management as compared to level 4?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I said, you learn time management skills in level 4, but then in level 5 you don't have time to manage.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you figure it out then? How long did it take you to figure it out when you started level 5? Did you know that going into it?
I did know that going into it. I'm pretty lucky because I'm a very type A person, so I've always kind of just been like, I'll get it done and figure it out. Like, it's just gonna have to work. And I don't mind living off sleep deprivation, which I don't recommend.
Yeah, no, that's not me either.
Yeah, so I mean, we would just stay at the school until we had it. Like, it was like,
So are you guys the ones that write legit every space on the whiteboards?
probably that's
cool.
probably us.
I love those days.
Mhm.
Especially, we love that computer room. We just get in there and get on that whiteboard.
I've seen that board just covered.
When
I
I
love all the colors.
When I tour students and they see all of this information on the whiteboards, I'm like, yeah, they literally use this
Yeah,
space.
I remember you were touring a student and we were studying for finals, and that student walked in there. We were like, "Hey," you're like probably like dark circles. There's like food trash everywhere. We're like, "Hey, come to the nursing school. It'll be so
That's
fun."
great.
I'm like, how excited!
Oh
How
my
much do you
God.
love USC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's finals week or something.
Okay. So you kind of started building him in level 4, but then compounded that in level 5. You feel pretty good now in level 6?
Oh yeah, you've
Cool.
got a little bit more time to manage, which is nice.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
How? I mean, you have the same amount of clinical courses,
Yes.
and you have 2 other classes, not just 1. So how
Yeah.
is it? Tell me how.
I don't know.
It's like, I don't know. You've probably just gotten
Yeah,
better.
I've just gotten used to it at this
yeah,
point. And
you've just
it's
mastered
also
those skills.
so. Oh Lord, my schedule. So psych is on Monday, and then men's surge 2 and research are on Tuesday. So it kind of combines.
Mm-hmm.
You're here for a whole day.
Yeah, well, you're here for the whole day, so you just kind of like knock everything out that day, and then JRO is on Wednesday. But since they changed it to
2-hour course.
2-hour
Mhm.
credit course,
It's
it's
short.
So you've got the whole rest of the day to study, so that gives you a little
Yeah.
bit more time. And then also, I kind of prefer it. It sucks, but I kind of prefer not having a break in the middle of the week. Like, I'd rather just get it all done
Push.
and have Saturday, Sunday off so I can study and prepare for the next week.
Yeah.
So you don't have clinicals on the weekend this week. this
Right.
year, this
I go
semester?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
Beautiful.
and then Saturday, Sunday off.
I like that. I like that.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So you took level 4 in the spring,
Mm-hmm.
and then you had no.
No, level 4 in the fall, level 5 in the spring.
All right, never mind. Okay, no, same question. So did you do any schoolwork over the summer?
Honestly, no.
Okay, that's fine. That's perfect. It says this question. So, med math is a big thing for our school. Then, I mean, it's life. You got
Yeah.
to know how to figure out how to calculate your drip rate and all
Yeah.
that good stuff. Do you feel like you, and you probably are a whiz at math, but do you feel like not utilizing that skill set during the summer? Do you feel like when you get back to school, you're like, oh, God, I got to remember how to do this again?
Yes and no. I'm good at math when I understand it. So I understand this one. Like, algebra and all those classes in school were awful because I
Wait.
could never like get it in my head.
Algebra is the best because you solve for X.
Yeah. I
But
can't do
do
it.
you do dimensional analysis?
No.
Thank
I do.
you.
I don't do dimensional analysis, but I have had to teach myself how to figure out how to like read people's dimensional analysis because a lot of teachers like teach with dimensional analysis, and I'm like that makes zero sense in my brain.
cannot
So
compute. So which method do you use?
just the order over supply times available, just whatever formula I'm given, I'm like, all right, I'm using that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I do as
Yeah.
well.
Thank you. Okay, good deal.
In level 5, what were the hardest emotional challenges you faced?
I think probably one of the hardest is in clinicals, I did postmortem care for the first time. That
Oh.
was really
And
difficult.
med-surg?
In med-surg, yes. Dr. Edwards did a great job of kind of like walking us through that. We keep respect for the patient.
Mm-hmm.
We're still gonna bathe them. We're still gonna not talk about them. Like they are still here. They're still with us. Like, and just keep everything super respectful and super awesome. And it was super emotional, but it was a good experience. And then I think other than that, it was just, there's so much stress leading up to an exam. And then you work yourself up so much and you doubt yourself so much, and then you get your grade back and you're like, what's
I'm
wrong with
fine.
me? Like,
Yeah.
I'm totally fine. And it's just like that stress release is
Oh,
just
yeah.
crazy.
It's like a roller coaster.
Have you cried in nursing school?
Oh, absolutely. I remember last Thanksgiving break, we were doing like a Friendsgiving situation,
Aw.
and I just started like bawling my eyes out in the middle of it. My dad was like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "I haven't studied in 2 days. Like, what's wrong with me?" And he was like, "It's Thanksgiving." And I was
It's
like,
so true,
"I
though.
can't do it."
That
need to
is like
bring her
a
back.
nursing student if I've ever heard a nursing
Yeah.
student.
We need to bring her for the Thanksgiving episode.
I know. We might need to get you back.
I know,
Oh
we
my
need-
god.
I'll stand in the corner.
Okay,
and
but
just...
so you cried over missing it so badly you had to cry, or you were
Like,
just
yeah.
emotionally overexhausted?
I was super
and then
exhausted.
you finally were in a place where it could just like come out.
Yeah, I was just
Okay.
like, I was so used to like studying every single day, and we had exams the week after. And, I have divorced parents, so I go like my mom's for lunch and then my dad's for dinner, and then we've got all this stuff. So holidays are a lot. So I'm already like overwhelmed with that. And then I'm like, I haven't studied in 2 days, and it
I
just,
get it.
I
Yeah,
lost
hit.
it.
I get that. I get that.
Have you ever had a case of imposter syndrome where you feel like you're not meant to be here?
I don't really think that. I just think more like sometimes when patients will ask me questions, or like family members will ask me questions, and I'm just like, these red scrubs mean I know nothing. Like,
So they're asking you medical questions
yes,
already.
like sometimes they'll ask me like I'm the doctor, and I'm
You're
like, and I have to be like, I don't know. And that kind of makes me feel like, I just feel like I'm supposed to know everything.
No,
And I think
I like that you say I don't.
yes,
Yeah.
I was about to
now.
say that is a beautiful lesson within itself, because even 8 years into my practice, you don't know. Now as an FNP, I've been an FNP for 2 years. People ask me a question, let me go look it up, or
Yeah.
let me go call my overseeing provider. I don't know that. And that is hard because people are looking at us to know everything, but we're not Google.
Yeah.
And we don't know everything. And that's a beautiful lesson to learn. That's hard though.
And
Especially at this
Yeah.
stage where you're like, knowledge.
Yes.
And you're like, I know so much. And then they ask a question, you're like, never mind.
Yeah.
But and I'm just gonna say, I feel like imposter syndrome you're gonna have. It's one of those things that you may experience with every new job you
Mhm.
get, whether it's
Absolutely.
the first job after. When I became faculty member, I've been a nurse since 1994. When I became a faculty member, I felt like an imposter the first 2 years I was here.
Mhm.
So it's one of those things that as long as you recognize that, I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. So was there one course that completely changed the way you studied or thought about nursing?
Yeah, I think you have to change the way you study in level 5 because it is so disorder. Like patho is very disorder oriented, but now it's, you've got meds on top of everything, and you're diving more in depth into the actual system rather than like just a disorder.
Is it the system
Oh,
or
no,
the
you're the disorder.
application
Mm,
of everything
Yeah.
surrounding? Like, what are you looking for as a nurse? What do you want to
Yes,
do as
that.
a
Yep,
what
there you go.
can you do as
Nursing
a
interventions. What do you
Yeah.
think the doctor's going to order? All
Those
those good
concept
questions.
maps.
Yep.
You
Yes,
start building a lot more bubbles.
I am such a big user of concept maps. Like, I I write it all down.
And it's not for everyone. I know I'm clapping and
it's
it's not for everyone. But I feel like level 5, especially after this semester, I've put so much thought into this semester about it. And I think it's the concept maps. And my theory is, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like students have this wall up after ATI to concept maps. You do those remediations on concept maps and you spend hours on remediation and you're like, I don't want to think of another concept map until I have to. And then you just studying, students don't want to do it.
Yeah, so I mean, you can kind of get the same thing out of just like writing out your notes almost, because that's basically what I do but I just have like boxes for where everything goes, like what the patho is, what the signs and symptoms are, risk factors,
but
what
you're
medications.
using what's
But I'm
on a
yes.
concept map.
So
You're just not rewriting your note.
yeah, I'm not just like rewriting it out, but I am writing it on a concept map, but it's not just like in bullet points.
So do you do like asthma and then do patho, meds, and like one sheet is one diagnosis?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
That I strongly recommend that. My daughter, who I know everyone's sick of hearing me say this, but my daughter Claire just finished nursing school and she wasn't successful in patho the first time, and she had to flip her studies, and one of her professors showed her how to take. Maybe it wasn't patho, it was med-surg 1, and showed her how to take that system template in ATI and then use one diagnosis, and that she has just excelled using that because it makes you, and then in level 7, if they still do it, in the concept maps and the paperwork, you're going to start drawing arrows as to, like what medication is this problem taking care of,
Yeah.
And it really kind of makes you think how everything's tying together.
Yeah, so we do that now in med-surg too. Professor Aaron likes us to color coordinate our concept maps.
Love me some color coordination.
Yeah, so we color coordinate, which honestly has helped a lot because I didn't do that level 4 and 5. And so it's kind of, like I'll highlight whether it's like a comorbidity or like their actual diagnosis. And then I'm like, oh, wait, this goes with it, and this lab goes with it, and this medication goes with it. I'm like, oh my gosh, this makes so much
coming
sense.
together.
Like a BNP would be for what diagnosis?
I mean,
why is she quizzing you?
Sorry, I get excited.
Oh my gosh. I told her, I said, this is such a laid back, no pressure, zero stakes in here. You are testing her. We're just going to edit that part out.
Congestive heart failure.
Oh my gosh.
I knew it was some kind of
I
like
will
fluid
bop
situation.
her.
Brain nitrouritic peptide.
Good for you. Okay, where are we? I love that about concept mapping. Okay, follow-up question.
I don't mean to test you. I'm
It's
not.
okay.
I just get excited
I
and
know.
nerdy.
Wait. Follow-up question. Did you concept map for women's health?
With some things.
Okay. Like what?
I'm smelling what you're stepping in, though. I agree with you.
Things like preeclampsia, placenta previa, placental abruption, stuff like that.
Hemorrhage.
But when we got to like the infant disorders and it was just kind of like everything, I was kind of like, I don't know that I really want to go like that in depth to it.
Infant disorders?
Or I guess, like
newborn.
What are they called?
Normals,
fetus
abnormals.
disorders. Yeah, fetal disorders. Yeah. So I didn't really go too in depth with it for that, but when it was like a maternal disorder, that's usually when I would do concept maps and go in depth to it.
Yeah. Awesome.
Was there a breaking point when you said, okay, I just can't do it?
It was probably that Thanksgiving. Yeah, that
sounds about right.
That was rough. But I've made really good friends here, and we all have our breaking points, and then we kind of like pull each other back. But I think if you want to be here and you know you want to be here, you can break all you want, but it's like you're gonna come back.
Your village is gonna support you.
You're gonna come back.
That's good. And you have a village. Did you know anybody coming in?
I did know one person. Yeah, I knew one person, but yeah, we just kind of, now that I've I call it a trauma bond. I know that's a bad word.
We say that.
I have trauma bonded, spring break rolled around and I was like, it's been 2 days.
Where are y'all?
I miss you guys.
What are y'all doing? Send me a
been
selfie.
7
Yeah.
hours and 15. What was that song?
I don't know.
Okay,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I think it was 7 hours.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Who
great.
sang that song?
No idea.
Okay, we're gonna have to Google
Yeah.
that.
So
I can hear her in my
I can't.
ears.
it's actually me singing to
Yeah.
you. JK. JK.
You don't know the song.
I
so
know.
how you-
I know.
Okay.
So, other than concept mapping, did you use anything like flashcards or AI, or what other study methods did you implement to be
So
successful?
I would type everything out in a Word document.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would print it just to like have something there.
Everything, like you would take the PowerPoints
Take
with
the
all the notes,
Yep.
everything you heard in class, compile it into one outline.
Yep. So that was
On
like
average, how
my
long were those?
about 30,
Okay.
33.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Kind of depended on the class.
Yeah.
And what we were talking
A
about.
little bit each night, or
It kind of depended. There were some
all
nights.
right. So be honest. Did you? We talked. If you've listened,
Mhm.
we've talked about how many hours each course credit you should be studying. So, like a
Mhm.
3-hour course credit, you should be studying 9 hours
Mhm.
for it. Do you do all 9 hours at one time?
No, but I probably go way over 9 hours.
Okay.
I'm
So you do a little bit every day.
yes.
Do you do this document a little bit every day?
No, I usually go by PowerPoint. So I'll either like start typing it before we even do the PowerPoint and then I'll add notes
Mm.
onto it. Or as soon as we're done, I'll start typing it and I'll just kind of go by PowerPoint. But I usually start that before like we've even like talked about the test.
So you've seen some of this stuff
Yes.
before you even get into
So
class.
yes.
You're keeping
Beautiful.
up with the content
I
Yeah.
like
as
it.
you learn it. Okay.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
I use Quizlet just as kind of like, again, that's like you're just typing out things, you're seeing it again. I don't like love Quizlet, but
Mhm.
it's something to use.
Something
and
different.
it's nice sometimes to just have like questions.
Okay.
But it's obviously not like application questions. So I
Mhm.
can't totally rely on that.
You told her your trick yet?
No, not yet. Oh,
That's
that's good.
And then I use this thing called Notebook LM.
Yeah.
And that they'll make a podcast out of your notes. Like AI
Yeah.
I've heard
will make a
those.
podcast and they'll ask you questions.
That's cool.
So you just like upload your notes and you can tell them like ask me like application questions. So it's actual like
That's awesome.
what you might see.
Someone from your cohort showed me that.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
other than
shared that with the entire faculty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I
We're
think
like,
just
"What?"
like writing out that whiteboard, we would write out disorder and write out everything we could remember about it. And then
You
we
brain
would
dumped.
we'd turn around and be like, okay, help me with the rest of this. And then we write everything out and then we would turn our back to the whiteboard and recite everything. And then the next person would go. And I swear that helps
So
so
you're a
much.
Yeah.
study group kind of person.
Yes.
How many in your study group?
4, including me.
Okay.
Yep.
That sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, clearly it's working for you.
Yeah.
Obviously.
That is super helpful.
amazing.
Are you a peer ambassador yet?
No.
Why not?
I was going to last semester and then I forgot to turn the paperwork in.
She was so busy studying.
Yeah, but I think I'm going to this semester.
Do
So
I
it.
highly encourage you.
Do it.
All right. Okay. Does anyone do flip learning? Does anyone flip the classroom? Do you know what I mean by that? So rather than coming in and listening to us lecture, we say, for instance, a professor would record the lecture. You would be responsible for listening to it prior, and then you come in. You have to be actively engaged in doing something with that lecture.
Like activities.
Yeah.
No, I haven't experienced that yet, but we do, like Professor Aaron does make it super like interactive. With ours, for MedSearch 2, we don't listen to it before, but she'll do like brain dump activities in the middle of it. Like after we'll talk about like 2 disorders that are kind of similar, like hypothyroidism, hyperthyroidism,
Mhm.
and then she'll give
Compare
us
and
like
contrast.
she'll give us like these concept maps, or she'll ask us these questions, or we'll just kind of like brain dump about them, and she'll be like, okay, what do you remember? Like, what's the differences? What's the similarities?
Now you have
Because
Sumter in Union with you, right?
yes.
So does she do that online, or do y'all do it in class and they do it in their class? Or?
She'll provide, I believe she like provides because they have like a faculty in there
Mm-hmm.
to control the screen. So I think she provides them with like the thing that they need to print out, or the
Okay,
thing that
gotcha.
they need to provide to everyone. And then she'll do that for us as well.
Cool. Very
So
cool.
if you had to give one piece of advice to someone coming into level 5 next semester, what would that be?
I think it would just be don't doubt yourself. Like there are gonna be weeks where it is just all you want to do is curl into a ball and give up and doubt yourself and tell yourself that you're not gonna do it. But like I said, like if you are genuinely meant to be here and you're here for the right reasons and you love what you're learning and you love what you're gonna do, like you'll get it. It'll happen. Like you'll get through
Mhm.
it and you'll come back to it and you can't get rid of it. Like
Do you have a moment you wish you could redo in level 5?
um. I just think, like, probably every time that I, like, doubted myself or told myself or just, like, really, like, stressed myself out for no reason and kind of I was really bad about last semester. I would hole up in my room and study, and I would just be like, "Oh, my social time is when I study with my friends." And, like, yeah, it is. But, I mean, I wasn't seeing, like, my family. I wasn't hanging out with, like, my friends from home, like, nothing. And so I think now I've gotten better about that. Like I'm like
Balance.
I can have a day where
Mhm.
I can go do things.
Absolutely.
So when you listen to the episode, A Love Letter from My Personal Life, or To My Personal Life,
Mhm.
what immediately went through your mind when you
Like,
heard
did
that?
you resonate with it or
Yeah.
yeah?
Yeah, I think so. Cuz it was level 4 I was still pretty I felt like I had time to kind of like, tootle around, do my things and then level 5 I was like, "No, I'm just going to focus only on school. I'm going to hole up in my room like
Mhm.
this is it." And so my parents have done a pretty decent job of, like, knowing they'll, like, call me sometimes, I'm like, "You got, like, 2 minutes, honestly, like, I can't do it right now."
Stop,
We're
watch,
so
go.
Yeah.
sorry for Hannah's parents. We
Sorry, guys.
apologize.
And yet we're taking up her
Yeah, but
time.
we love her
Thank
and she's
you.
excelling. So you guys have done a good
Yeah,
job too.
you win. You win.
Yeah.
Can you think of any story throughout level 5 where the moment started out super stressful, and then by the end of the moment, you're like rolling laughing. It just turned into a funny situation.
Um, I don't know, I remember there was one farm test, and for some reason, we just had everything the week before, and, farm was on Mondays, so it was like, you don't get Monday and Tuesday to study, like,
Uh-huh.
it's the beginning of the week. So, me and my friend Kinsey, the only day we had to, like, actually sit down and study was Sunday, and so I remember I texted her, I was like, "Okay, we'll get Dunkin' or something, and we'll get there, and we won't leave until we at least know, like, 70% of the material." And we probably stayed there. I mean, we probably got there at, like, 10 and stayed until, like, 10:30
Oh
At
my
night?
at
gosh.
night.
Here?
Yes, yes, here.
In the nursing building.
Yes, in that computer room in there. Like,
Okay.
we basically
I
moved
remember
in.
seeing y'all there several times.
Yeah, and, I mean, we were just writing everything, and we were, like, losing our marbles, like, laying on the floor at one point, and then and then, I mean, we were, like, crying, and then we both got our grade back on Monday, and we were like, "Whatever." That
Why?
was so
Why?
pointless. Yeah, I mean, we
Why?
both made, like, A's, and we were like, "Oh my god." Well,
We
it worked,
I
but
mean, yeah, true.
yeah,
Can't knock it.
yeah.
Has any patient taught you like a life lesson when you're like, oh, good gravy, that patient's so right?
Um, I wouldn't say life lesson, it's more just like you walk into a patient's room and they're just like they just have so much going on. Like, I mean, they could literally like I've seen one patient with like double below the knee amputations, like tubes coming out of everywhere. I mean, she's totally dependent on her caregiver and she is having the best time of her life.
That's a
Like, she
Gonna
is
make me cry.
smiling, she's laughing, she's listening to music. I'm just like, "How?
Yeah.
that's a peds
Doesn't
patient.
that
How?"
doesn't that put life
Did
into
you ask her?
Yes.
perspective?
No, I didn't ask her, I'm a little shy, but I was like
Ask her next time.
well,
Yeah,
yeah.
those
Yeah,
patients are
absolutely.
Yeah, but,
so
I mean,
rewarding.
it's just been awesome to see people like that. There are some patients that are just like,
Womp
they're
womp.
just well, yeah, but,
Have you had that patient where just so appreciative that you spent so much time with
oh, yeah.
them?
Yeah, I have, and that was super, super rewarding.
Yeah.
'Cause, I
Ah,
mean, it's even just like, like, I'll brush their hair, and then they're like, "Oh my god, that feels fantastic, like, thank you so much, like, no one I've been able to brush my hair in a week." I'm like and I think about it, I'm like, "I do that every night."
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I can't Or, like, one time I was, like, putting lotion on, somebody's back, and she started crying. And I was like,
Aw.
Okay, she's gonna make me cry.
I'm
I
like, "I can't do
know.
this. Like, this is
And
crazy."
I mean, even before this, we both knew you're going to be a fantastic nurse and you are welcome to take care of me. Can I speak for you too?
Yeah,
You're
she can,
welcome
but
to
she
take care
might
of both
not
of us.
want to. Because the
That's true.
smaller they are, the meaner they are when they
Yeah.
get,
Yeah,
and I will be feeding people with
she's
my walker.
compact and ready to
Yeah.
Yeah,
rumble.
your patient's, like, ripping out
Yeah,
infusions,
that'd be her.
Pure Wicks,
I've
That'd
all
be
of
taken out,
it.
I've taken out my own Foley before.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. So you can take care of me. I won't put her
Okay.
on you. But that just speaks volumes. I mean, and I urge you to remember that a year in, 5 years in, and I know you will, but there's gonna be crazy days where you don't have time for that.
Mhm.
And you just gotta find the time. Like,
Yeah.
it just feels impossible, but nursing school feels impossible too, and you're doing it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that's great. High five.
I do a lot of recruitment events, and I was just out of school talking about nursing is a thankless profession. There's
Yes.
very few times where you get thank you.
Yeah.
You know, I
Mhm.
mean, aside from those kind of
Yeah.
moments, but you can go for 10 years, and no one's like, "Oh, good job," and no
Yeah.
Mhm.
recognition. I remember standing in the middle of a Walmart parking lot here in Aiken, and I hear this person like screaming, going, "Oh my God, I know you!" And you turn around and someone's coming at you, and it's a little concerning. But she's like, "I remember you. You took care of me that one time when I almost died, and I
Mm.
cannot thank you." And it's like those moments,
Yeah.
exactly what you're talking about, is what keeps you going and keeps you being like me.
Mhm.
Nerdy, loves my profession.
Yeah.
So proud to be a
Absolutely.
nurse.
Yeah.
And
Like,
you're there.
yeah,
I
there
love
was,
that.
I hate to steal his story, but the guy, he came and spoke at the SNA meeting, um, and he was in the military, and long story short, he had to have spine surgery, and he was gonna join med school, and somebody asked him, they were like, "Is there?" Because he was a medic in the military, so he kind of had experience. He was
Mhm.
gonna go to med school, and somebody was like, "In your, like, spine surgery, in your experience with all of that, because was there a single doctor that, like, impacted your life?" And he was like, I don't really know." And then she was like, "Was there a nurse that impacted your life?" And he was like, "I can name out 12 of them right now,
I
and it's
just got
been
chilly
15
bumps.
years."
I literally just got chilly bumps.
And I was like,
Oh,
that is, like,
That
what I wanna
is the
be.
difference.
Like, that is what I wanna be. Like,
it's
I
almost your
wanna be in the
story.
trenches.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
know Keegan's story?
Mhm.
You know it because you listened to the intro.
Yeah.
Why
I
she
had
it,
applied to
Oh,
medical
yeah.
school, yeah, and then started taking care of my friend's mom, and I was like, "Whoa, there's a difference
Yeah.
here," you know? And it's true. I mean, there obviously we can't do what we do without our doctors, and
Mhm.
they're
Oh,
phenomenal,
absolutely.
amazing. It's just a different relationship that
Yeah.
patients have with a doctor versus a
and not
nurse.
just
Yeah.
the patient. You get in my experience, sometimes, most of the time, you get just you're impacted the whole family. If it's a great
Absolutely.
family, I
Yeah.
mean, I still remember families I remember one that broke my nose, but not that one so much. But I mean, families just are so thankful
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
grateful. Yeah, don't lose that. And I always tell students that the day that you wake up and you don't want to learn something new, you need to go work in a flower shop or something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, nursing is the greatest profession. I
It
can go
really is.
on. I can go on and on. All right, so Keegan is going to do our favorite session.
Okay.
Okay. Stethoscope hot takes.
Dun,
Okay.
dun, dun, dun.
I'm actually going to start with this one up here right above it. First question.
Okay.
If you could name level 5 a song, what would it be?
I thought about this one. I don't
It's
think it
hard.
would be a song. I think it would be a genre, and it would be like, I think it'd have to be a lot of genres. But I
Okay.
would say for me, it'd be like, like divorced dad rock. Like,
Okay.
sometimes
I didn't know that was a genre.
it's not actually a genre, but
What
it's like,
is divorced dad rock?
like 3 Days Grace, like like
Yeah.
that stuff.
That's
What is
great.
3 Days Grace?
Oh,
Don't look at me like that.
she deserves it. I think that was strike
Hinder.
3.
My husband's probably just creepy because he's a music nerd.
Like Lips of an Angel, like Hinder.
Oh gosh. Okay, moving on.
Anyway, yeah, because sometimes you need sadness, sometimes you need anger,
Yeah.
sometimes you need happy, sometimes you need fun.
Yeah, that's so
It just
true
kind of
though.
depends.
It's a roller coaster, so you need to fit your
Yeah,
vibe.
you need a lot of different
Disco
stuff.
Inferno to Happy Buffarel.
Yeah, okay.
'Cause
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
happy.
Moving on to the next question of stethoscope hot takes.
You're like,
Caffeine.
please don't teach when I'm coming around.
Oh my gosh. Caffeine or sleep?
Caffeine.
Yeah.
Sleep.
Pharmacology flashcards or squiz? Pharmacology flashcards or quiz apps?
Flashcards.
Clinical or classroom?
Clinical.
Yeah, me too. Favorite study snack?
Depends on the mood. It's either like peanut M&Ms or almonds. There's really no in
Ooh,
between. Yeah.
yum.
So obviously
lightly
you don't have
salted
a peanut
almonds.
allergy.
Yeah, no, definitely don't have a peanut allergy.
I hope not.
No known drug allergies.
We don't have the real epi in the house.
Yeah.
What is the one thing professors do that actually helps students?
I think y'all have talked about before, like small class sizes, and I think the professors are so personable, and you get to know them, and then they get to know you, and that's just so helpful because
Oh,
you actually feel like you have a support system, and you feel like there's somebody that's like been through it too.
Okay, we need to clip that
Cha-ching.
and just run it consistently.
Yeah, on that TV
Loop
out
it,
there.
loop
Yeah.
it,
On that
loop
TV
it,
out
loop
there.
it.
So let's say I'm advising one of my level 4 students. What is something, if they're petrified about level 5, that I can tell them to reassure them?
I think just tell them that at the end of the day, it's fun. Like you're like, yes, it's hard, but so was level 4. Like, but it's also fun because, in level 4, yeah, you had fundamental clinicals, but like you had sim lab and you had health assessment lab and like love you, Professor Jennings and Professor Valley, but like clinicals are a little bit more fun.
Yeah.
Because real patients, real life.
Absolutely.
So, it's fun. You're getting to like actually get hands-on, and medications and all types of stuff. And if you like school, then you're gonna love level
Right.
5 because you're just gonna be living school. And you're getting to learn so much more information. And I don't know. I think it's just you just kind of have to ride through it.
Yeah.
Like there's no easy way out. It's just you just got to go
Hunker
in full
down.
force, believe in yourself, trust in your friends, your study mates, teachers. Like you'd be all right. They got you.
Do you
I
feel like
love
you
that.
can approach any professor in this
Oh,
building?
for sure. I mean, I definitely have like my professors that I feel super close with, but if I was like, there's like 2 professors in the building and I've never spoken to any of them and I was having a bad day, I could literally just go knock on their door
I
and
love that.
be totally okay.
Totally
That's
love
great.
that.
Well, I've learned a lot of things.
Mhm.
I love your perspective on how this program compounds on itself, and you have grown and stepped up to the challenge. And I love hearing that because it wasn't until I was on this side that I appreciated how much thought went into that process here.
Mhm.
So the fact that you're leaning into it and trusting that process is huge. I hear you leaning onto your friends, leaning onto your faculty, and then just trusting yourself. And I
Yeah.
think it's made you a great nursing student
Thank
so
you.
far. So keep it up.
I'm
Good
looking
job.
forward to hearing great things about you when you finish.
Yeah, I'm so
can't wait.
excited. And I so appreciate, both of us appreciate how much time you spent working with us to get in this studio. Oh my gosh.
She's too busy.
And our lives are just stupid.
Oh, that's yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
So we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
course.
There's
Well-
so much value in this hour. So
Well, I mean, I love how you you are so passionate about being a student and learning everything you can. And I'm just gonna throw one more thing out there, and you're gonna like probably punch me. But those things that you learned in skills lab and health assessment lab, you use them
Oh,
every
absolutely.
single day.
It's so worth it. I mean, it's not the most fun, like I said, but it is so worth it. Like we have to do an assessment on every single patient. So if we didn't have health assessment, I would walk into that patient's room and be like, well, you look okay. Don't really know what
You're
else.
breathing.
Yeah, and like, I mean, I put my first catheter in level 4, and we had just talked about it in sim lab. So like, if not, I would literally be there like, I have no idea
Yep.
what I'm doing.
Good
So
job.
I feel like level 5 is truly, and level 4 does a great job getting you guys prepared. But I think level 5 is where the what is it?
You just hit the ground running.
The pavement hits the meat.
The
No,
meat and potatoes.
no,
Oh, I don't know.
It's gonna come to you.
it will probably at 2:00 in the morning. Anyway, but I feel like this is it just really is where you're gonna soar from.
Yeah.
This is
And-
the building block of everything else.
Yeah, and I think it all like clicks in level 6 too. Like I have felt so
Yay.
much more just like you know what? I got this.
Yeah,
like I
you
can
do.
I can walk into my patient's room and like check on them. Like,
Yeah.
I got this. I can do this.
I
And
can
it,
go
it
talk to
kinda,
my patient.
It kind of like all
What?
clicks when you get to level 6.
I love hearing that. And
I
then
love it.
And then when I get some students to level 7 and they're like, "It's a baby.
I know, yeah.
What am I supposed to do with that?"
The same thing.
You saw it in OB. I
hope so.
slipping out.
Well, thank you, and thank you to
Thanks
our
for coming.
followers and
Yes, thank you,
subscribers.
guys.
Thanks for watching. Please catch us again next week, same day, same time. You can catch us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube.
Live.
Huh?
The live.
Oh, and
What?
don't forget, we have our first live podcast recording.
Yes.
We will be recording in Penland on November 18th at 4 o'clock. We will be in Penland on November 18th at 4 o'clock. We'd love to have you, but if you can't see us in person, we'll be, what is it, the term? Broadcasting live.
Yes, there we go. We're still learning.
And it is an ACE event, isn't it?
And it's an
Yes.
ACE event.
So
Yeah,
all the
Hannah
students-
coming in. Hot
Get an
for the
ACE
students.
event.
So it's
You need that ACE point. Yeah.
not just for nursing.
It's not,
Yes.
yeah.
Everybody come.
Yes.
Campus.
Yes.
I think no one
Woohoo!
appreciates
Yes,
that.
I'm so excited. Nervous. I'm sweating a little bit about it, but I'm excited.
It took a lot for us to
Yeah,
do that.
it'll
We're
be fun.
so
Yes.
excited.
Pumped.
It's going to be a big deal. I got to get the chairs.
All right, we're on it.
Okay. Well, I'm so glad you came in. It was such a pleasure to meet you. But
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing you do great things, sister.
Thank you.
It's going to be a wild ride.
Yeah.
So when do you graduate?
December 26th.
Oh my goodness.
That's fast.
2026.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna miss their graduation.
Oh,
Yeah, I won't be there. I'll be doing my own.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh.
that's acceptable.
That's
That's an
okay.
acceptable
I'm
reason.
getting
Yeah.
the beret.
Yeah. Okay.
Not a
You
point.
so, yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Okay. So thanks so much, and kudos to your parents for doing such a great job with you. And
Thank
well,
you.
no, and, I mean you too. But
No, they
still.
did good.
All right.
I'm waiting for you to finish talking.
Oh, I'm done.
And as always, thanks for scrubbing in with us.